Hey guys, my name's Amanda. I recently have become a nurse and it is my second career. I taught high school before I went into nursing. Throughout the whole process of wanting to be a nurse, but do I really want to be a nurse or not? And then what's nursing school going to be like? Then trying to survive through nursing school, which if you have been through it or you're in nursing school right now, you know it's no easy feat. And then becoming a nurse, I just have listened to so many podcasts, watched so many videos, and I just kind of wanted to share my experiences, and hopefully it'll be helpful to people out there who are thinking about going into the field or new nurses as I kind of go through this journey. So just to tell you guys a little bit about me, as I mentioned before, I was a high school English teacher before having children. And I had my first kiddo in 2013. He's 11 now, which is kind of crazy. And we were literally walking out of the hospital after I had him, and I looked at my husband and I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure I want to deliver babies for my career. Like, that's what I want to do. And he was like, what are you talking about, Amanda? You're already a teacher. You already have a job. You already have 2 degrees. Like, I literally have a master's degree in teaching. And this is crazy. And, you know, it's your hormones. You just had a baby. And so I was like, okay, you're probably right. It's crazy. I don't know anything about medicine. Like, no one in my family is in medicine. You know, it was never even a thought when I was first going through college. So I kind of tried to let the idea go. I had another kid in 2016, and I started being a stay-at-home mom after my maternity leave. Our family moved to DC area for a few years, and I was just able to focus on my kids and my family, which was amazing. But I still just really felt this calling to be a nurse. And I had my daughter in 2018, so she's turning 6 this summer, and it just never went away. And for a long time, my husband kind of tried to talk me out of it, like, love him, bless him, but he would send me articles of like all the cons of being a nurse. So, you know, you're on your feet all day and you have to work the night shift and you have to see sad and hard things, and, you know, all that is true. So I don't want to minimize that, but I just, like, my heart was telling me that this was what I needed to do. So ultimately, during COVID, I was stuck at home. All my kids were out of school. You know, it was a hard time for everybody, and I just was kind of looking for something to do, and I just couldn't let go of this idea of becoming a nurse. And so I decided to enroll in some prerequisite classes. I did some research. I looked at some nursing school options. I talked to some friends who were nurses. One of my friends was like, you don't need a bachelor's degree. I'm in North Carolina. She said, just get your associate's degree. If you want your bachelor's later, you can always go back and get it. And so I looked at a couple programs and decided where I thought I wanted to go to school, and I signed up for those prerequisite classes. So I was taking anatomy and physiology during COVID from home, all online. There was no lectures. It was all like self-paced, reading the textbook, taking all these tests. I'm not gonna lie, it was really freaking hard. And I was an English teacher. I hadn't taken science. Really, I took like geology in college, but I really hadn't taken any kind of life science since high school. So it was rough, especially with my kids being home all the time. And it took me about a year, I think, to do all my prereqs at community college. And then I applied to nursing school and I got in. And so that was a 2-year program. And honestly, that was really hard and a lot of work too. As you know, if you've been through nursing school, it was definitely significantly harder than my other degrees that I had, and a ton of work, just super time consuming. I was always studying. I had clinicals. Every weekend, my husband would take the kids so that I could study. I was waking up every morning at 4:35 a.m. to study before my kids got up. But I made it and I graduated. And the whole time, my dream was really labor and delivery. And so it was also a journey applying for nursing jobs, you know, not hearing back, reaching out, not hearing back. I had some interviews for like a progressive care unit. I kind of thought I was probably going to be heading to med surg, which I didn't really mind med surg. I think the thing that really made me nervous about it was just the ratios of like, how can I take care of 6 or 7 patients safely? And I really enjoy like the human side of it, spending time with my patients, getting to know them, talking with them. And I'm like, I'll never be able to do that if I'm on this med surg unit with 6 or 7 patients. But then also, like, I just knew I wanted to be in women's health, and I knew I could get there, but I'm also a little bit older. I'm 37, and it's taken me so long to get here that I really wanted to get to where I was going. So ultimately, I ended up getting a job offer in an LDRP unit at a nearby hospital. So LDRP is labor and delivery, recovery, and postpartum is kind of all together in one unit. So the nurses in my unit mostly all do both postpartum and labor and delivery. And I was so excited when they told me they were going to offer me the job. I literally went and sat in my car and started crying because I just felt like it was years and years and years of hard work, and I was so afraid I wasn't going to get the job I wanted. To literally get offered basically my dream job was amazing. So I started in February. It's now May. So March, April, May. It's been about 3 months that I've been working as an RN now. Right now I'm only on postpartum. So I oriented on postpartum for 8 weeks, and then they took me off orientation. So I'm on my own now. And they basically said, since I'm a new nurse, once you're really oriented and you kind of got your routine under control and you feel like pretty confident with postpartum, then we'll move you over to train in labor and delivery. And I'm gonna be honest, labor and delivery was originally my dream, and I still am so excited to do it, but I'm also really scared about it now and nervous because I've just seen now kind of more up close all the things that can happen, and it's just a lot of responsibility. The nurses have, they're kind of by themselves with the patients a lot. We deliver with midwives, and so they're like always on the unit and very involved. So that is nice to have them right there when you need them, but there's just a lot of autonomy and it's just kind of scary. So I'm feeling pretty nervous about going to labor, honestly, but I absolutely love postpartum so much. I can't even tell you. The babies, first of all, the babies are so cute. Like, I come home from work every day and look at my family and I'm like, you guys, can I please tell you how cute the babies were today? And you actually get to like hold the babies, sometimes you'll help feed the baby. If mom's like trying to rest, we assess the babies. We just get to like spend a little time with them, and they're so cute. And then I just also love teaching the new moms. They really, for the most part, are very appreciative and eager to learn and excited. It's just such a beautiful, special, fun, happy time. And I just love being a part of it, honestly. And it kind of takes me back. Like, I loved having babies. I didn't really love being pregnant, but I loved the childbirth part. I loved just the new baby stage. And so it kind of lets me relive that in a weird way without having more babies, because I already have 3 kids and I do not need any more kids. So it's just really amazing. I love it so much. I mean, I don't even dread going to work. It's a little bit scary sometimes. Like, sometimes moms can hemorrhage in postpartum. Usually it happens pretty soon after delivery, but it can happen a little bit later. We have moms with high blood pressure at risk for preeclampsia. So like some scary things can happen, but overall every day I just feel excited to go to work, and I just really, really love it. Now, I was hired for night shift as a new grad, and I accepted that because this was my dream job, and I was like, I'll do my time, I'll do what it takes to get this job. But I will say, they oriented me on days. And then I was like, please, can I stay on days when I first come off orientation? Because all my mentors, my preceptors, everyone I worked with is all on days. I was really nervous coming off orientation after only 8 weeks as a new grad. And I just wanted to be near people who I knew, who I knew would help me and I already had a relationship with. And so they were nice enough to do that. But now I just found out that when our next schedule starts, I am going to nights. So I'm pretty nervous. Today's my daughter's last day of preschool, and my older kids get out of school on June 7th. So my kids are going to be home all day. I'm going to be trying to sleep. I do have a babysitter, so she's going to help us while I'm sleeping. But my kids are going to be around. My husband works from home. So I'm very nervous about how I'm going to sleep during the day. I've been watching a bajillion YouTube videos about like how to survive the night shift and when do I sleep and what should I eat and like what do I need to do to prepare and sleep hygiene tips and all that kind of stuff. So I'm trying to prepare myself. My first night shift is on June 2nd. So I'm scared. So anyways, I just thought it would be really cool to kind of share this journey with you guys. I know when I was thinking about going into nursing, and then even before I started working, I was, it's scary, like entering into something new. You don't really know what it's going to be like. You don't know what to expect. And it's just always helpful to kind of see other people going through it and learn from them and get a better idea of what it looks like day to day and what it's really like. So, yeah, I just thought it would be cool to kind of introduce myself in this first video. And then I might post again. If you guys have any questions about, well, anything really, but my kind of nursing journey or nursing school or my job, I don't know. I'm an open book. I feel like when I was considering going to nursing school, I was scared. So I was like, what if I go through all this and I literally don't like it? Like, what if it's too scary? What if it's too hard? And there's another mom, she was a teacher, and then she became a labor and delivery nurse, and she was gracious enough, even though she was a friend of a friend, we weren't close, but she was gracious enough to take like an hour out of her day to have a phone conversation with me, and she basically walked me through her whole experience, answered all my questions, and it was just so helpful. And at the time, I wished that I could find more resources of like, hi, I'm a normal person who's not a nurse who wants to do labor and delivery. Like, is this a horrible idea? What's it going to be like? What should I expect? Do I really want to do this? And kind of just getting other people's perspectives and hearing other people's experiences would have been so helpful. So if there's any questions you guys have, I'm glad to answer them, talk to you guys about, what it was like for me. Obviously it's different for everyone, but I'm so happy. I definitely feel like I made the right choice. I just feel so passionate, excited about my work, and I love it so much. So yeah. Anyways, thanks for following along, and I am glad to answer any questions you guys had, like I said, but otherwise, I definitely will make a video for my first night shift. So I'm just going to make a video and kind of show you guys like everything I packed, kind of food-wise, and to get ready for my shift, what I'm bringing to my shift, my nap, kind of like how I'm going to try to do my sleep, and then I'll check in at the end of my shift, and let you guys know how it went. And I'm really nervous. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully I ever sleep again. But anyways, let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks for watching.